Hey everyone, welcome. High School Dropouts Advice here. Let's talk about the housing market in 2021 today. Everyone knows that the mortgage rates are at all-time low, as you can see on the rates provided by Quicken Loans over here. And everyone also knows that the supply is at an all-time low, which you can see over here. As you can see from the source from Realtor.com, one of the nation's biggest real estate website. The national inventory declined by 39.6%, which happens the first time in their record, and they had been around since 1996. So this means something. So low mortgage rate and low supply is generally good for the housing market. But I know many people are waiting for the flood of foreclosures. So let me show you this. The foreclosures are compared to 2019 down by 33%, which can be explained because of the mortgage forbearance many people took during the pandemic. The total inventory of the foreclosure is at 376,000, but usually it would be at 500,000 in 2019 at around the same time. In this source from the Mortgage Bankers Association, we know that 5.54% are in forbearance, which is according to their estimation 2.8 million of homeowners. So let us find out if the forbearance amount is justified. We can see from the source of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS.gov, that our unemployment rate is at 6.7%, and we have 10.7 million people unemployed in the US right now. Before the pandemic, it was at 3.5%, and it was at 5.7 million unemployed people. So we can say that we have 5 more millions unemployed people, and we have around 2.8 million home in forbearance, which I think is reasonable. If 1 or 2 people are working to pay the mortgage and get laid off, it's very reasonable to apply for forbearance. So I think the numbers look right. So do I think that those properties get foreclosed? I think no. Not in the coming months, and probably not in this year. Most lenders are federal backed, and the government doesn't allow the lenders to foreclose at the moment. Important is that the government is helping those 2.8 million homeowners with laws and eventually money, so they can keep their homes. And I have strong belief that the Biden administration will do that. We still have to remember that the foreclosure numbers are down 33% compared to 2019, with a number of around 376,000. This means we are down by around 124,000 houses in foreclosure inventory. So let us guess how many of those 2.8 million homes in forbearance will actually get foreclosed. I honestly don't think that more than 10% of the homes will ever get foreclosed when the government is helping the economy and still pumping money in the market to keep everyone afloat. We won't see any foreclosure wave anytime soon, and while the government are pushing stimulus after stimulus, all the asset class can only go in one direction, and this is up. I'm actually not worried about a housing crash in 2021 and not in 2022. Maybe it will come in late 2023 or in 2024, because the foreclosure process is a very long one. As you can see at this source, that the average foreclosure time took 841 days, which is over 2.5 years. I also think that the economy has enough time to recover until the threat of getting foreclosed is real. The government is helping with stimulus payments throughout the whole economy, so house prices will get pushed up higher and higher. So even if they get foreclosed, the economy is not going to break, because the house prices are higher than when they was bought for. Even if we have a wave of 500,000 foreclosures coming, this is nothing compared to 2008 with 3.1 million foreclosed homes. There are already many investors out there on the sidelines waiting for this foreclosure wave to come to buy some cheap properties, but I think it won't be as cheap as they think. It won't be another 2008. As you can see, most companies with huge data of real estate even predict that this year should be a good year for the housing market. Short supply, low interest rate and new fresh money on the market is pushing all asset classes higher. Look at Zillow, who predict over 10% appreciation. Then have a look at Redfin, who predicts 10% up in sales. Then look at Realtor.com with a 5.7% appreciation rate. Interestingly, all also forecast a big move in migration within the US. Many people are leaving states like California for more affordable states like Nevada or Texas. This was already the case pre-pandemic, but it got even stronger during the pandemic, and I'm sure it will be so post-pandemic. As you can see in this source, also New Yorkers are moving for more affordable options. Texas is a state without income tax, affordable housing and many job opportunities. That's why I invested in Texas the last 3 years. I have to say that you will see cities and states booming. Boom! Because of this new migration wave. But you will also see cities and states barely moving or even declining. I can imagine that the Californian median home price will drop a little or at least take a pause in rising, since more and more people are leaving the states. So all in all, I think the housing market is still very healthy, and with the help of the government and the new vaccine, this trend will only continue. Important for all investors out there is just to find the right market where people are moving to, and you will make a lot of easy money in the coming years. Companies like HP, Oracle and Tesla have already left, and I think many more companies have to join because they don't want to lose this advantage. As you can see from this source over here, the new work from home trend is, in my opinion, an irreversible trend. Big companies encourage a work from home culture. With this, they don't need to pay high rent for office buildings in cities like San Francisco anymore. So all in all, the housing market looks good to me when you know where to invest. So the states I invest heavily was Texas and Nevada, and with all this happening, it just speed up the process of them rising higher quicker. In fact, I think that the opportunities hasn't been better, but it's sad how those opportunities were created. Anyways, many thanks. Please subscribe to my channel where we talk more about real estate, rental properties, stock investment and a wealthy and healthy mindset. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye. We know that man.com to get, and you will irreversible